The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. Darius Davis to return it. Returns looking good so far. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. 4th down coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. No return on that punt. And it'll be Raider football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd and 12 now. That one's cut along the left sideline. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Cut out left. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for Raiders first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll run here on 1st down. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Tackle made by Chris Abrams-Drain. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Second and 10 now. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. All set up now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Buying some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Dropping back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Raiders settling for 3 as they send the field goal unit out. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that will get them on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Back-to-back carries here. They'll cobble together a yard there. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Nix from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Man in motion here. Nix with it on 1st. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pull ahead 6-3 in the first. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He's got a man left. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Caught by the open man. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders take a second quarter lead. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here comes Davis. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap to Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie from Texas comes up with it. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 29. That's taken in by... Oh, he lost the football. And the Broncos corral it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Okay, this is one of those circumstances where you got to play all the way through the whistle, right? Didn't look good defensively. Give up a big chunk passing play, but then you turn around and one hit totally changes the moment. You get the ball back and you turn the mojo in this building around.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He's going deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and short. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. From the 43. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He beams one. He's got it inside the 25. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders make it a 9-point advantage. That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Nix. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Nix. saw the field. It's going to be second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Mix again on 2nd and 10. Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw in a double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Here's Nix to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
They'll try and punch it in. Is in. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos make it a 1-score game before halftime. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh's set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. To the air now on 1st and 10. He lets one fly deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
This ball's cut by Bowers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Slot man motioned over. From midfield now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the 41. He fires one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 10. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Sending a receiver left. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run here from the gun. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Complete here to Bowers. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To throw here on 1st down. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Running it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They're now set for 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Got a man. Bowers has it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 21. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Nix from the gun. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
I think if if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Now Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Raiders parlay the interception into points. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Marvin Mims now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he goes out of bounds, short of the 45, but still in excellent shape across the 40. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth gate down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to try to drop it in deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, You got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Here we go, second and very long. Completed to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
They're going to throw it on third and long. He puts some power on a deep one left. Big gain downfield. He has the touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders push the lead to 20. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Able to get it to Franklin. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Shotgun snap to Nix. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finding Collins. He has room past the 25. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get it back to within 2 possessions. Nico Collins with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos drop the lead back to 13. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for him. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. They send a man in motion. Throw on 3rd down. Gets everything he has under this throw. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And Packers first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They give it to him again. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Oh, you hate that. They've eaten up some good yardage on this drive, Kate, and you get down in the red zone, and this is where you really got to stay on schedule. Well, let's give some credit to this defense. They know the job they got to do. Got to knock you back and make this now red zone attempt that much more difficult.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Hits his running back. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
Well, it's hard to call that the official moment that sealed this win, but up 16 here in the 4th, it's going to take a heck of a sequence of events to see this game tied back up.
On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Looking right, and he finds him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Nix with it on 1st. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Complete to Mims. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll throw again. Nix. Mims with the ground. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. 2nd and 3. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And this is going to be cut for two, so some fight left in them. Love it. It is back to a one-score game. Okay, partner, in that spot, you know you got to go for it there. Make it a one-score game. How do you come up with a call that works when that defense knows from the start of things that you're going for two?
Because, Kate, we're talking about practice. Yeah, we're talking about practice. You actually practice those plays, and you come up typically with 2 or 3 two-point conversion plays every single week. You practice them, you rep them, so when it's called like that, you're ready for the moment.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. And this one does not go far. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. He'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
Best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Looking to throw it. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. Going ground game again here. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start.